So I gave a TEDx talk back in Switzerland in 2016, and people asked me, Jeremy, how did that happen? But what a lot of people don't know is that it almost didn't happen. Here's what happened. So it all started in March of 2016 when one of my friends sent me a link to a TEDx talk and said, have you ever heard of TEDx? Because I believe that you're gonna be a TEDx speaker pretty soon. And I was like, yeah, I love TEDx, but I really didn't pay too much attention to the fact that she said, I think you're gonna be a TEDx speaker pretty soon. But then she sent me a message and said, I submitted your name to be one of the TEDx speakers in a conference in Switzerland later on this year. And I was like, hold on. Wait, hold on, what? Now, I said that I love TEDx, but I love watching TEDx. I didn't really want to be a speaker for a TED conference, but apparently I had nothing that I could do at that point because my name was already in the running and I couldn't decline it. So I just kind of wrote it out and expected that this opportunity was probably gonna disappear or something. But things got really real a couple months later when they sent me an email saying that we need you to send us a video of what your talk is going to be. My talk, I thought this was a scam, but I'll play your little game. I'll send a video. So I sat down in this spot right here and I tried to come up with what I'm going to give a TED talk for if this thing is actually real. But it was a little bit harder than I thought it would be. Look at what happened. Let's roll. In the world today, there are a lot of people. In the world today, there are a lot of people who try to copy. In the world today, there are a lot of people who try to copy the actions and the habits of. In the world today, there are a lot of people who try to copy the actions or the behaviors of other people just so that they can be accepted or so they can fit in. But when you do that, you're missing out on the best. Oh my goodness. Do it without the light. I'm fine with it. Why is this getting so dark? What is going on? Tired of this. Let's do one take. Let's finish this. There are many people in the world today who try to copy someone else's actions. Why is this so hard for me? So I had a little bit of a hard time. I had equipment failure and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to say. In the end, I just recorded whatever because I got tired of sitting here in this spot. Look at what the final video looked like. There are many people in the world today who try to copy the actions of someone else, whether it's a famous person, your best friend, or even a family member. You might try to copy them just so you can be accepted or so you can fit in. But when you do that, you're missing out on one of the best chances of all, the chance to be original. My name is Jeremy. I'm the creator of the brand called Peculiar People. And in Peculiar People, we celebrate people who use your unique experiences, your unique view, and your unique talents in order to make a positive change on the world. In my talk, I like to talk about how to use your unique origins in order to make a positive impact on your community and on the world at large. Thank you. So that might look all nice and cool, like if I'm all happy and calm, but look at what happened at the end of that video. Thank you. Okay, how it looks, that's what. So I sent that video out to them and I said, even if this conference happens to be real, after they see that video, there's no way that they'll let me be a speaker. But I was shocked when they sent me a response back and they said, the whole team watched your video and they liked it. They liked it? They liked that? I thought I did a terrible job. How did they like that? I said, you know what? Now I know that this is absolutely a scam. There's no way that someone could watch that and actually want me to be part of their large conference if it happens to be real. So I just completely disregarded the whole thing. I just continued my life pretending like if this thing didn't exist. Because I figured it probably didn't exist. But then a couple months later, things got really, really real when they asked me to send them a picture of myself. And when I sent that picture, my name, and my bio popped up on a website, a super official TED Talk website that had my name on there and what I'm going to be talking about. And I was shocked. Apparently, this wasn't a scam. It took all of that for me to realize that I was not involved in a scam and this thing is actually happening. But then things got really, really, really real when I was at the barbershop and I said, let me see how long it'll take to get from the airport to the location of the conference. And when I pulled it up on the Uber app, this ad popped up. which was the TED Talk that I was going to be talking at. I said, wow, this is actually a big deal, and I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about. I have no TED Talk to talk. I think in order to have a TED Talk, you need to talk. And I couldn't talk because I had nothing to talk about. So I went home that day and I started working on my TED Talk. But I realized that you had to have your entire talk memorized, because if you didn't, there's no way you can talk. There's no cue cards, there's no teleprompter, there's no presenter notes. You have to stand up there and just talk for 15 to 20 minutes based on what you've memorized before that talk. And I've never done that before. So I knew that this was going to be a doozy. But somehow in the nick of time, I figured it all out. I threw some slides together, and then I threw some clothes inside the suitcase, not knowing what I was gonna wear. And then I threw myself into the car to drive to the airport. There's a lot of throwing happening there. But then when I got to the airport, my flight was canceled. United Airlines decided to just cancel my flight to Switzerland. I had to give a TED Talk in 36 hours with no way of getting to the country where the TED Talk was taking place. Thank you, United, for trying to ruin my life. But then I booked another flight with another airline that wasn't United, and I had to go from New Jersey to London, do a layover in London for a couple hours, and then fly from London to Switzerland. But now I wouldn't have any time to relax because I had to land at the airport, take a rental car, drive directly to the venue, go directly on stage for the first practice. After the practice, go back into the rental car, drive to the hotel, check into my hotel room, drop off all my stuff, get 10 minutes of sleep, exactly 10 minutes of sleep, go back into the rental car, drive back to the venue for our second practice, and then we had a dinner that night with all the speakers. But unfortunately, I couldn't make the dinner because I was about to pass out because I only had 2 hours and 15 minutes of sleep. By the way, the hotel room that they put me up in was one of the best hotel rooms I've ever been in my entire life. Outside, I had the view of the Swiss Alps. Inside, the bathroom was phenomenal. So now was the day of the TED Talk, and I had no idea what I was going to wear. So I took a picture of myself wearing 3 different Peculiar People shirts, and I sent it to some of my friends for them to choose. And most of my friends chose one particular outfit that they liked the most, but then I chose a completely different outfit that I wanted to wear for myself. I shouldn't even waste their time. I should have just chose that outfit to begin with. Sorry, friends, I wasted your time. So then I arrived at the venue for the TED Talk, and I saw a banner with all the speakers on that banner. And I realized that these people are phenomenal. You have this person who is literally an Olympic gold medalist. You have another person who literally invented the high-end liquid-powered watch. And then you have Jeremy, who runs Peculiar People. What? So now it was time for the actual TED Talk, and I was selected as the first speaker. So I had to go on the side to get the little Britney Spears microphone installed on my face. And after it was installed, they gave an amazing introduction. I had to go on stage, and it was showtime. So here's the setup. You're on the stage, and there's so many lights that you can't really see very much. But in the room, there are 4 different cameras, I believe. And then behind you, you have your slides. But then in front of you, you have your PowerPoint slides also, and a countdown timer that shows how much time you have left to wrap up your presentation. And of course, you have your slide advancer in your hand, which is your remote to advance your slides behind you. So then on stage, as soon as I started talking, my mind went completely blank. I forgot what I was gonna say. Where was I? What was I supposed to be talking about? Why is there a baby picture of myself up on the screen? I could not remember why, but I stood up there, I just freestyled and tried my best to just make the next 18 minutes go by as smoothly as possible so I can sit back down. But then there's a problem. While I was on stage, my Britney Spears microphone just kept trying to slide off of my ears, which I thought were normal size, but apparently weren't big enough for the microphone. It kept sliding off my ears and falling down my face. So I'm there in front of a room of all these people online, all eyes on me as the first speaker, and I have to manage this microphone while I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. This was a tough situation. I didn't like this. I didn't like it at all. But in the end, I survived. I made it through. I walked off stage. I took off the microphone. I sat in the audience. And I thought to myself, wow, that actually just happened. I'm a TED Talk speaker now. I guess it wasn't a scam.